So, welcome once again. Today's session, just as we do have it, we will have the solution itself. We'll have also the use cases. We'll also have the question and answer session, and we'll also have we'll take polls as relates to feedback because we basically improve on your feedbacks. Thank you. As we go on today, we'll start this session, and then I hope you have you enjoy this session today. Thank you so much. My colleague Josh Apoveta will engage us on what we have as a brand on online central hotel management solution. Please stay with us. Josh, over to you.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. You are welcome once again to our session, one of our webinar sessions that we usually have ZKTeco to acquaint not only our installers, but also our target markets about our products. And today, because of the need we've seen in the market, we'll be discussing more about the online central hotel management solution. And during the course of this presentation, we're going to be seeing some of the unique value. Like my colleague mentioned, the business case will also be dissected and see that we are not just only selling a device, but actually we are selling a solution. So to progress, let's start with us as a company. Most of us who might be in attendance might have known ZKTeco as a company, but looking at ZKTeco as a brand, what do we stand to offer? We pride ourselves in three areas: the smart identity verification application, smart entrance control, and smart office application. And our solution can be deployed to work in businesses, government, smart cities, and hospitality sector, both in the hospital and in the hotel. Also, at ZKTeco, we have two solution flagship that we are so proud of, that are our major flagship. We have the ZK Biosecurity and the BioTime. We also have other solution flagship we promote in ZKTeco, but Biosecurity and BioTime are one of our major solution product that we have at ZKTeco. Looking at us as ZKTeco, we have a global presence. We are in over 35 regions, evident in what you see on your screen. And the truth is that we are still growing as a brand, ZKTeco. Our mission in ZKTeco is to build futuristic products and solutions that integrate with existing technologies and to promote smart application, data empowerment service based on hybrid biometric verification technique. And today's session actually gives credence to this our mission. So we don't just create a solution, we also create a solution that we integrate with existing solution. And we believe in the big data, and that is why data drives whatever we do, because we understand every organization that is keen on making decisions needs data to drive this decision. That is why we believe in the big data and smart application that gives data empowerment services a boost. So now, let's go proper into our business for today, ZKTeco Hotel Management Solution. But what are actually hotel management solutions? During the course of this webinar, we'll be looking at some of these things today, our content. First of all, we'll touch what a hotel management solution is and why we need hotel management solution, that is generally classified as HMS or hospitality management solution, depending on whatever terms you decide to use. What we as ZKTeco, what we are offering to the market. And we'll be looking at the two solutions that include the ZK Biosecurity hospitality management solution and the ZKTeco wireless hotel management solution. The two making a complete HMS solution that we are offering to the market. And lastly, we're going to be dissecting the HMS business use case during the course of this webinar. So let's head straight to the business for the day, without wasting much time. What is a hotel management solution? That is a big question, no doubt about that. So a layman, hotel or hospitality management solution, HMS, is a software or an application that facilitates the hotel reservation, management, and basic administrative tasks. And the most important function of this solution includes front desk operation, reservation, channel management, housekeeping, rates and occupancy management, and payment processing. So literally what we're talking about when we talk about HMS, we are talking about a end-to-end solution that not only manage where people come in, but manage the whole life cycle, the process from inception to the end. That is what we mean when we're talking about HMS as a solution for hospitality management. And then looking at what we get there on your screen, you will see a typical HMS and what it comes with, what it offers. From there, you see a dashboard, you see your direct booking support, here you help manage booking. You see occupancy and availability for the hotel. You see reporting. Don't forget, I mentioned something about the big data. Reporting becomes part of that, the big data. Inventory, what do you have? What do you intend to give your guests? When do you intend to reorder? And what informs your reordering decision? This comes in the shared inventory, housekeeping and maintenance, customer database. These are just basic features that any basic HMS should have. So having established this, let's dive into why we need HMS. If you are in this webinar, definitely you might be interested in why we need HMS. There is no adapting it that the internet has disrupted things. Internet has disrupted the conventional way we do business, and it has affected many things. It has transcended businesses. And one of these disruptions that the internet has brought is also evident in the hospitality industry. And this has brought a revolution in hospitality management solution. But looking at the key benefits that you get by using an HMS is that it provides a reliable hub for seamless operation. It creates clarity around business data that aids decision-making. And above all, it has established a solid foundation to constantly deliver a superior guest experience. So for those who are particular about not only operating, but rather maximizing on their operation, for those who are particular about giving the best experience, understanding that the internet is disrupting the way business is being done, would want to leverage on these opportunities that the internet offers to upscale their operation. And HMS, using HMS would give you an edge and open new frontiers for you to optimize your business operation. That is why you need an HMS. If you are in the hospitality business, an HMS will help you upscale and upsell your business. As ZKTeco, what are we offering? What solution do we have that we are offering this market? We have a twofold solution. First, we have the ZK Biosecurity Hotel Management Solution that comes with the lock. And secondly, we are offering the ZKTeco Wireless Lock Solution. These are same solution in two different categories. And this is what we as ZKTeco, we are offering to the hospitality market, to the hospitality business. But let's have a quick look at this product one-on-one. First of all, let's look at the ZK Biosecurity Hospitality Management Solution that comes with the lock. What does it offer? ZK Biosecurity Hotel Management System is a solution that is designed to meet the need of small to medium scale hotel and those who are concerned about security and who want to style their own business hotel to meet the need of the 21st century, but also want to minimize the cost of operation, who wants a lean cost of operation as lean as possible. And they also give room for comprehensive access control system management, but offer an easy installation. This is a unique value that ZK Biosecurity is offering. It's giving you an opportunity to own the process in your hotel and also upscale your operation, but do so at a very affordable price using a means of installation that is very easy to do. So what are the unique features that our ZK Biosecurity hotel or hospitality management solution comes with? It's, first of all, web-based, which means you can run it on a multi-location to manage several hotels, giving you a central database of management. It also gives you the access to integrate it to your existing security and access control system and control your elevator as a complete solution. If you're keen about getting reservation, check-in and check-out notice, and whatever happened in your hotel, then definitely ZK Biosecurity HMS is there for you. We can also create segmentation in your hotel whereby you can segment buildings, you can segment floor, and you can segment different categories of room. Maybe you want a luxury suite, executive suite, a lux suite, whatever the suite you want in your hotel can be achieved and categorized using ZK Biosecurity. And you can create record for cards. Employees have their cards different and guests have their cards different. So there is no conflict of whose card controls what. Also, it's designed to allow you see the available room status. And you can even give guests the opportunity to see which rooms that are available, depending on the choice you want to go for. And you can also integrate a payment gateway to it, whereby hotel payments, consumption, operation are integrated in a seamless process for easy bookkeeping. And above all, the interface can be customized to meet your unique need and feel. Now, what are we talking about? Let's look at it in real time. In real time, when we are talking about the hotel management solution, we mentioned something about categorization of buildings. On your screen there, at the top right corner, you see how rooms can be managed. Room management can be done by classification of room type, building type, the floor, the suites, and the room area. So if you want to categorize your room by room type, it can be done. Or at the down right corner, you see categorization by building, building A, building B, or building C. Or it can further be categorized as location A, B, or C if you have different location where you're operating from. Above all, you can also go further to break down your hotel into luxury, residential suite, deluxe room, standard room, or reception. So from your solution, you're able to manage the process that happens in these different buildings, these different suites, these different room type. So this categorization can further be broken down into smaller molecules using the ZK Biosecurity HMS. This is a unique feature that we are offering with our ZKTeco Biosecurity HMS. Also, you can integrate your HMS to work with your elevator control. Once the hotel lock is connected to elevator control access control, the ZK elevator will only allow different users to access the door if they have the right. As such, a user is not allowed access to a certain floor because his card does not have access. So let's say in a case a user books in or checks in, a guest checks into a hotel and his room is at the 3rd floor. That reservation automatically grays out other 5th floor, 6th floor for that guest to have access to. He only gets access to the elevator and the elevator takes him directly to that floor where his card has access to. So you cannot use one card and start using it to cause a nuisance in the hotel because you just want to look around and see other floor, how beautiful they look. With the integration of elevator control, you can restrict people who are loitering around your hotel. This will enable a central security management for your elevators. At every given time, you can see who can have access to certain floor using the elevators. You can also delegate different elevator control, whereby certain guests going to certain floor can use certain elevators if you further want it to be broken down to a smaller unit in terms of your elevator usage and control. Still on the elevator operation, limited by time, the elevator can be programmed using our biosecurity's HMS, whereby elevator is controlled by certain time slots. So you want to limit the operation by certain time. So a guest checks in, and the guest checks in by 9:30 p.m. From 9:30 p.m., the guest cannot have access to certain floor because why? The card cannot access certain floor. But the good thing with this feature is that for guests who already checked in before 9:30, they can have access to the ground floor, as you see in the diagram. So guests who are going down to the down floor from 9:30 can still have access to the ground floor. But if they have to go upward, they are restricted until they are given access by the management of the hotel. So going upward is disallowed by certain time. This has a control whereby unauthorized person will only be allowed to go upward or downward, even with the floor access card that they have. This can further be customized to restrict even certain staff from accessing certain region. Let's say staff who are supposed to be in the kitchen, they are not meant to be going to rooms, right? So you can reduce or limit their access to just the kitchen floor at certain time, depending on how you want to customize your solution. Another unique feature that ZK Biosecurity HMS comes with is the card control feature. Guests are given a hotel card upon registration at the reception when they book in, when they check in. So we know life happens. Sometimes guests lose their card and they've already booked for this hotel. How do you manage this with ZK Biosecurity HMS? Simply report to the receptionist at the front office, and there is a function in our ZK Biosecurity that is referred to as the report lost card function. This function automatically overrides the previous card and deletes it from the database and offers a new card, such that when the new card is swiped, the guest gets access to his hotel. But if, for example, someone else gets access to the previous card and that card is swiped, the card cannot access that specific hotel room because it has been reported as lost and taken off the system. Still further on that, we have a solution, the ZK Biosecurity HMS, that can be integrated with a payment option. So with this payment option, when a guest checks into the hotel, he is given a card. This can be done such that every time a guest checks into, let's say, the bar, the gym, or the coffee shop and makes a purchase, he is given this product and his card, the payment or the cost of whatever he took at that place, he's calculated on his card. At the end of his visit or his stay, when the guest intends checking out, the card is presented at the front office, and that is where you are charged for all the food or consumables that you used during your stay at that hotel. So your card also becomes an access card and a card for payment for ordering of food and other necessity that the guests might need while still checking into that hotel or lodge. Further function is we are looking at the design and layout, because we understand that people want a user interface that is intuitive, where they can interact with something that is user-friendly, What you see on your screen is a typical user interface of a ZK Biosecurity HMS design and layout. You have the freedom to customize your UI to fit your need. Just simply log into a room with the room number, and that is all you need to do. And you can grant access to people using certain rooms, using corresponding date and time. So when a card is checked in at a given time, you can determine how long the person is staying, and you can do a whole lot with this user interface. You can customize it to meet your need, your look and feel. And also to mention, it combines the RFID technology too, for those who currently adopt the RFID as their means of access for their hotel. So you can also use your existing RFID system to operate on ZK Biosecurity HMS. Still on the user interface and design layout, at the top, hotel management, you have the category column where you manage booking. You can also have the reception unit where you see what happened at the reception. So at the reception, you have a lounge, you have a coffee shop, you have a bar. This can be managed from the reception unit. And you have section that manage reservation. This is where you see a hotel room that is free or booked. This can be managed from the reservation section of your ZK Biosecurity HMS solution. On the card center, we have the report loss card, record card, and reservation of card. On this reservation of card function, this is where you do the customization of card. How many days access certain guests have, which room, which floor do they have access to, and do they have access to the elevator? What time slot do they have in terms of when can your card access certain elevator? This can be done from the card center and the card record section of the ZK Biosecurity HMS. On the room management section of the HMS, we have the room classification by room type, the building type, and the floor type. In room type, you can decide to classify your room by your deluxe suite, executive suite, presidential suite, or whatever name you are giving to your hotel suite. Then in the building classification, you can decide to classify your building. Say you are calling your reception hall Abiola Hall, or building A, or Power Lawn B, whatever building you have. Or let's say you have different location. This can be categorized as different building. And floor, you have a breakdown of different floors. Floor 1, floor 2, floor 3, up to as many floors as you have that you are managing in your hotel. And the room area, still under room management, is what you have, where you can do further integration. And we have the elevator linkage control feature. That is where you manage what happens at the hotel and the control that card have to access the elevator, which card has certain access and to what level, the access level do they have using their card. This can be achieved from the elevator and access control linkage. Now, let's quickly look at some of the product range that work in this category for our ZK Biosecurity HMS solution. We have the LH3000 lock. This lock works with MyFakeCard, and it comes in a stainless steel body, and it's user-friendly, and it can be managed by our ZK Biosecurity software. This lock looks very professional, and it's a lock that is adopted by most hotels and people in the hospitality business. We also have the LH3600, and we have the LH1000. LH1000 is one of our fast-selling hotel lock because it is more like an entry-level lock. and it's easy to use. All these locks work with the MiFi technology for the access of a given hotel room. Now, let's go to the second product we are offering at ZKTeco, our wireless lock. The wireless lock, just like the ZK Biosecurity lock, is a lock that can be integrated also with ZK Biosecurity and is a complete solution for hospitality industry. And the unique value of this lock and the unique selling point is that it gives you the access to give your guest the option to sign in or unlock the door using their phone. So this is a unique value, the unique selling point that this wireless lock have over the previous ZK Biosecurity lock. Note, you can integrate biosecurity to work with this lock, but this one can be done strictly from your phone. So guests can check in and log in from their phone. Let's look at some of the features, the unique features that this wireless lock offer. It comes with a standard ZigBee protocol, meaning all the lock are connected using the wireless protocol, as referred to as ZigBee. It can be configured using the basic configuration technique. It is small and light. It supports remote access, and it uses the MiFi just like previous lock we talked about, and you can customize it. Customizing this lock is way much easier than customizing the previous lock we discussed about. And it's online, meaning you can check the status of the lock real time. Also, because you can integrate your ZK Biosecurity with it, you can also use it to control your asset. You use it to integrate to your access control for elevator and personnel management. It's simple and it aids easy and smooth workflow. And you can control multiple doors, all from a simple solution, your ZK Biosecurity. This lock can control up to this wireless HMS can control up to 2,000 doors and in a single server, and up to 8,000 doors in a multi-server. So a single server can control up to 2,000 doors, while multi-server can control up to 4,000 doors. Now, let's proceed further and look at the features of this lock. The wireless door lock requires no wiring. Practically, you don't need anything to wire this lock. Since it's wireless, it can be configured wirelessly. And the lock and data communication control between lock can be completed using the wireless communication because you're using ZigBee. Unlike previous one, configuring it, you might need encoder, programming cards. But with this one, because you're using ZigBee communication, the programming and configuration can be done even from the front office and the front desk. And just as we mentioned, 2,000 doors can be controlled by a multi-server and 8,000 doors by a single server rather, and 8,000 doors by a multi-server. So the wireless HMS uses the ZigBee wireless transmission, which means you can control your lock wirelessly and you can integrate it with biosecurity. So once the hotel user have access to certain door, their phone become their smart key and they can unlock the phone from their door, knowing that yes, they are in charge. So when you book a certain room, you get a code that is sent to your phone. During the course of this webinar, we'll discuss more about how this lock works. Another feature is that it uses a control panel. The control panel is what connects the lock together. A typical control panel controls up to 20 doors and it enables unlimited connection. So for five-star hotel who have several rooms, this becomes a very good product for them. And because of the integration with ZK Biosecurity, you can integrate your access control, your elevator to work with this wireless HMS product too. So talking about your phone that's becoming your key, a typical setting is, because this wireless lock is cloud-based, when you register or you book a hotel room, from that URL where you book the hotel room, you get a URL via SMS or an email. And that URL is where you check in. So the minute you come, you go direct to the front office and just to report yourself in and officially check yourself in. So on getting to your room, your phone becomes your access card within few seconds from your phone, and from the URL I was generated via the SMS or email, you have access to your hotel room. Further integration is it works with the MyFair card. So if you are particular about using card to have access to your hotel room, this can also be configured to work with this card. So you have two options here. You have your card, you have your phone that guests can use to sign in. Another feature that the card gives you is that guest card can be designated to sign in at designated time. So you want your guest to be able to check in at certain time. So if that guest comes in earlier than his check-in time, he cannot have access to it. Another thing important to note is that when we are talking about the ZigBee technology, ZigBee consumes low energy and it offers real-time power status monitoring. A typical ZigBee can support up to 10,000 access control on a single full charge mode. And the administrator is able to manage all these 10,000 access from a simple ZKTeco security solution. And at every given time, they can tell the status of every door, if the lock battery is low, if the room is vacant or not. What you see on your screen is a typical architecture of how the ZK Wireless HMS work. With a single control panel, you are able to control an average of 10 locks. And you can also slave another gateway to this, whereby you can control up to 20 locks to a gateway. And you can connect as much gateway as you want to, giving you access for up to 2,000 door, a single server, and 8,000 door multi-server. And also, just like we see in the other ZK security conventional lock, this wireless lock also comes with the lost card feature, whereby you can override one previously issued card that is lost and replace it with another new card, where the previously lost card cannot have access to the hotel room. You can also integrate the one card solution to ensure convenience of hotel and apartments. So by the one card, we are talking about a system whereby a hotel has a car park and other entertainment areas, say a gym and other bar, other features. With a single card, you have access to the hotel room, you have access to the gym, you have access to the car park. And if you are billing these things, everything comes summed together in a single card, whereby by the time a guest is checking out, he sees a total of how much he has so far used up. So if he used the gym for say 3 days and per day he spent 1 hour, and you are prorating your 1 hour to go for say 10,000 naira, depending on how you want it, the guest can be charged instantaneously or charged on checkout, depending on the system you are adopting in your hotel. And this same card can be used to access your car park. So when the guest comes in, so is a repeated guest, he's coming into the hotel, he doesn't need to be checked by the gate man. The card gives him access to the car park, and he drives in and walks straight to his hotel room. Another feature that our wireless HMS comes with is it gives you the opportunity and the ability to integrate with other third-party hotel management software. And this integration can be done such that biosecurity can work with it, and it can also work with other solutions alongside biosecurity, giving you the option to increase your business operation and promote your business as much as you want. So if you are concerned about your existing ERP or CRM integrating with hotel management solution, then you can be rest assured that it's going to work, because we give you an open API source where third-party solution can be integrated. Still, the elevator control feature that we discussed about in our previous products can also be achieved with our wireless HMS, whereby certain card can have certain access to certain floor. And you can disallow access by certain time, depending on how you want to configure it. Then, still on the features of the wireless HMS feature, you get a notification of visitor arrival, check-in, and check-out. So every time a guest checks in, you get a notification. When he checks out, you also get a notification, real-time notification. And also, ZKTeco Log can be integrated, like I already mentioned, with biosecurity. So it gives you one software that manages your access control, your elevator, and this can be done online and offline. So we understand flexibility is key when it comes to hotel management. And that is why we are giving you flexibility here by the integration of other access control systems that you currently have in your hotel. Now, we're going to be looking at a quick video about the installation guide of one of the products that we talked about in our previous lock category, the ZK Biosecurity lock. And this lock is the LH3000. We're going to be looking at a quick video and installation guide of this lock. Please enjoy this less than 3-minute video.
Okay, well done, guys. So I hope you enjoyed the short video. So this short video will basically showcase the seamless installation, of our hotel management devices. That's the hotel locks. So, and then we have different types of these hotel locks. We have LH6500, we have LH6800, we have, different designs, that can actually at least fit um, different atmosphere. Perhaps you're actually looking at a 5-star, or a 3-star, a 4-star hotel and all. So we have different designs of these devices that can actually suit you. And the installations are so seamless. The installations are very, very easy, just as you've seen as displayed here with LH3000. Okay, so we're going to look at quickly the business cases, the scenarios, the business concepts around this technology we have actually put out together. And I would, so the first is we can actually have this solution, deployed in a small to medium sized hotels. We're talking about the 3, 4, 5 star hotels. We're looking at a 5-star hotel, a 5-star hotel with multi locations, a 5-star hotel, that have some key priorities. Probably you have um, high net worth people, in your, you want to safeguard the high net worth people that you have in your hotel, or probably the expatriates, the VIP, all this set of people, and you want to make sure that at least they are safe, they're secure. You want to maintain a high level of sanity around them. So what we are saying is that if you use any of our solutions, perhaps you logged into or you considered using the one card solution. So the one card solution can actually at least give you that opportunity to actually create that kind of sanity where anyone cannot just barge into anywhere without proper assignment. So hence the essence of the one card solution. So for this or 5-star hotels as well, you might also want to have a situation where you have multi locations, like you have several locations, probably a 5-star hotel, just like Oriental, that we have here. I think Oriental is still a 4-star hotel. So so we have 5-star hotels that have multi locations and all, and then you want to connect them, with Bell Security. Bell Security makes it much, much seamless, with a central management system, meaning that all activities in each of these hotels, you want to see them in a central location. You get. So it means that it will be easier for a central manager to actually at least oversee the activities around each of these hotels, in different locations. And then you can say, okay, perhaps in social location, we have social number of open rooms. In social location, we have social number of, and then you want to monitor activities and also all these things are basically opportunities you can actually at least get while using the ZKTeco online hospitality software. Then also portrays our points around the solutions we have actually developed. Having motels and also shortlet lodge. These days we have reasons for us to actually at least um, subscribe to Airbnb, motel services, shortlet services, and a whole lot. So for this kind of solution, with the mobile app integration, it makes it much, much easier, much, much seamless. So the first thing is that for your shop outlets or for your apartment that you've actually given out uh, for shortlet services, you can monitor them from wherever you are, even if you're in the UK. So these are key selling points to the key subscribers that might want to actually subscribe into this business opportunity. And as well, in managing the customers or clients, we can have situations where you would just assign them a particular key, like a mobile key. See, this mobile key is enough for them to actually at least, perhaps someone probably is, you have an hotel, you have, or probably a motel in Abuja, for the person living in Lagos. This person necessarily saw your motel online, or probably the Airbnb, whatever, online, and then you subscribe and make payment. And then you want to assign this person a key because this person is coming it's coming late, and you don't have control over the time it's coming in and all. and you're not also available in that location to actually at least provide all these key services to him based on the structure, of the business you're actually running. So all you need to do is just you send him a key. That's a mobile key. So that mobile key will be sufficient for him to unlock the door, for the number of days he has subscribed for. So perhaps this person subscribed for like 3 days, you get. So if you subscribe for 3 days, the online mobile key you are sending to him makes it easy for him to actually use his mobile phone to unlock the door, for the period of 3 days, which you would then use this facility. So you'll find it that it makes it much more easier. It makes it much more convenient, for both parties to actually manage this process end to end. So hence, and then we can even think around different scenarios, for us to have these services. So those are the key areas. Then another thing is that it's also useful. You're looking at apartments too. Probably you have you have a short apartment, you have you're on vacation, and then you want to put out um, your apartments, for short lets, owners of choice apartments and along the beach side. Then you want people to subscribe, and you want to be able to monitor all these things from anywhere, and also at least give them necessary support directly from anywhere. So with the online online key, it's easier for you to be able to at least give them access to wherever you actually want them to gain access to, and perhaps even the access there. So, and then for some integrations, as Josh earlier mentioned, we have an open source integration for you to be able to at least connect your systems to online reservation, meaning that you have an online reservation platform that you want to connect to this. So it makes it much easier, for every user of your solution, of your hotel, to be able to see that, okay, these are the rooms, probably we define rooms, VIP rooms, standard rooms, or perhaps whichever room you're looking at, you can see that, okay, these are the open rooms, and then I want to select and do all those necessary things, even with A, B, and B as well. So you can see that, okay, this room is actually open, so time it will be closed, so time it should be available again and all. So it makes it more easier for you to actually manage your hotel facilities, or probably your hotel or short let facilities. Then this is also good for hostels, student lodge, or perhaps office apartment, or short official apartment, or short official stay arrangement. So in this case now, perhaps I have a center, or I have a particular apartment, and I want to install this part of this kind of device, the door lock, the kind of hotel management door system onto that door. So it means that at any point in time, I have perhaps like maybe 4 or 5 people coming in. I can just assign them keys such that at least when they come, when they get in, they use their keys to actually gain entrance. So I don't need to assign anybody card. Get, and at any point in time they are done, meaning that the number of days they paid for is exhausted automatically. The one-time key or the mobile key is not useful anymore. So private universities, hostels can use this. Postgraduate student hostels who can use this, meaning that they can come in anytime at their own convenience. They are not, and then you don't want to put someone, or perhaps you don't have facility to actually have an arrangement for a receptionist that will receive them at any time they are coming in and all. So it makes it easier, creating convenience for both ends, at both ends rather. So business schools that offers lodging for distant learning, students during examination periods, organization that owns lodge where used by training school and all training. In fact, these days, you also have situations where working class guys, are trying to like please subscribe to an apartment arrangement, like maybe you have an arrangement of an apartment in Lekki, and then you have this kind of arrangement where 4 people is actually staying in the room, and they come in different or perhaps at different time. So everybody is going to have a mobile key, meaning that at any point in time, you can use your mobile phone to actually unlock the doors and all. So these are the key advantage for these solutions that are provided. And as well, it also works for the company guest house. So before I finish this presentation, I would, and before we move into the question and answer session, I want to run, us a poll. So, and another thing we'll do is that I'll also provide the link for you to actually test the software interface. Look at the software interface, interact with the software interface. Perhaps you have one or two questions you want to ask us as relates to how functional, or as relates to how user-friendly the software interface is. You might want to also do us a mail or get back to us with one or two feedbacks. So please, this poll is going to be very short. It's going to be a very short poll, and I want us to quickly run through these polls that I'm launching now. Then thereafter, we can then continue. I'm launching a poll. This is just going to take a few seconds. Please, let's quickly make just express how we feel and give us a true state of the situation. Thank you. So we have 8% of the votes, total votes casted. Now we have 17%. We are waiting for at least 80% before we move on. Okay. Now we have 33%. Okay, we are 45% now. And we're almost running out of time. This is almost 2 minutes. It's basically a 2-minute poll. We're expecting other submissions. Okay, so thank you so much. So we can go on while the polls are still running. And so we say thank you, and we go into the question and answer section. So before the question and answer session, this link is basically the link to the ZK Security Online hospitality solution. So this link would be shared with us on the chat box. We can copy this link, and we can try as much as possible to go through it. Let's go through it and see to see how interactive this software is, and we can come up with feedbacks. So, and if you're logging in, it will ask you your user ID and password. Your user ID is admin, your password is admin. This will be shared on the chat box to you now by Josh. Okay, so let's go to questions and answers. So if there are questions, if there If there are questions, please let's have our hands raised so that we can see. Okay, so I have seen Mr. Yusuf. Mr. Yusuf has raised his hand. Question. Oh, you lowered your hand again, Mr. Yusuf. Okay, Oladele Favor has raised their hand for question. So Oladele Favor, you have the floor now. You can ask your question. Of Oladele Favor, you can unmute yourself and ask your question. Oladele Favor, please unmute yourself and ask your question. Oladele Favor, you've been given access to unmute yourself. Please unmute yourself and ask your question. Okay, I will expect the question to come in the next 1 minute. If not, I will assume you have no question. Okay, so Oladele Favor. Then the next person I have here is Ndamati Precious. Ndamati Precious. Ndamati Precious.
Yes,
you
good
can
afternoon.
unmute yourself and ask your question, please.
I've done that already. Thank you very much, guys. Now, my question is very simple.
Ndamati Precious, I can see that you're speaking. Okay.
Yes. Thank you very much, guys. My question is, I would like to know the cost of this solution. The solutions are quite impressive anyway. The locks, if it's possible for us to get maybe a quote per unit item on this solution, because like I said, they are really impressive. So what will it cost for a small hotel to actually have this solution? The locks already, I don't know if the price has been updated, but at least let us just know the current prices of for the LH1000. If a unit, what it will cost, LH3000, a unit, what it will cost, then together with the software solution, so that we can actually know what to tell our clients. Because I sure we tell some clients, but I need to tell them based on the price too as well. Thank you.
Okay, that's fine. So sorry, I lost you at some point, but the area I got clearly was where you asked for the unit prices for the devices and as well
Yes.
the solution. Okay then.
Yes.
So
That's right.
okay, that's fine. So Mr. Precious, please, you can do us a mail just after this webinar session. We will engage you further,
Right.
and then we'll share the required prices with you.
All right. Please, you can also send the email address so that. Oh.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Email
So
address.
yeah, we'll send the email address on the chat box now, so you can.
Thank you.
Yes. So and also the what's it called? The test interface where you can log in into the software. You know, that will also be shared on the chat box. You can copy and then you can use for at least 2 weeks to 3 weeks to a month for you to actually play around on the software.
Fantastic.
So the
Thank
password is admin. The user ID is also admin. Admin.
Thank you.
All right then. Thank you so much, Mr. Precious.
Thank you, boss.
Welcome, sir. So then the next question, we'll look at Chinedu. So Chinedu Uzodinachi, you have the floor. You can unmute yourself and ask your question. Mr. Chinedu, please. Please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, Mr. Chinedu.
Okay. My question is about the wireless panel for the wireless door. In a situation whereby you have up to, let's say, 500 doors, and let's break them down to like 50-50 on each floor.
Okay.
The wireless panel, how are they linked together? Is it a network-based panel?
Okay.
And two, is it PoE supported?
Okay. All right. So the wireless panels, they are network-based panels, but basically their network is ZigBee. So they can actually interconnect with through the ZigBee protocol. So it means that for each floor where you have 50 doors, so 50 doors per floor, it means that you will have the distributed network of this ZigBee in 5 places. So
okay.
I hope you understand. So it means that 10 locks will work on a single
on
panel.
each 5 panel. Okay, on each panel.
On each panel.
Okay.
10 locks will work on each panel, and it's going to connect wirelessly through the ZigBee protocol. So it means that for each of those floors, you will have what's it called? You will have 10. You have 5 ZigBee panels. Then for other floors, because for other floors, depending on how you want to have this extended, you might require a repeater, at some point for you to be able to boost the strength, just in case the distance between the first to the second floor is actually high. So then you might need like a repeater for you to be able to at least boost that same network into the second floor down to the other floors. And then even if you now have you want to interconnect, just in case in a single area you have like two twin towers, like a building here and the other building here. So there's a connection gateway that we can actually at least use to achieve that, such that you can reconnect the doors in this tower here to the other tower for you to have a central connectivity.
Okay, all right, I get you very clear. The wireless protocol on it, can your mobile phones or laptop connect to it, or it is just designed only for the ZigBee products?
No, the laptop cannot connect to the.
Because I'm asking this question based on interference. I'm looking at interference and it's everything.
Oh, okay. No, because this is actually a ZigBee protocol. The protocol with which the laptops, phones, and all these ones connect are basically wireless, and that's Wi-Fi or perhaps LAN or TCP/IP. So at least there's a bridge such that there might not be interference, since they're actually not on the same network interface. But my colleague Josh would also want to add another line of response to this.
All right.
Josh,
okay. Okay, Chinedu, about the ZigBee, can you hear me, Chinedu?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm with you.
Okay, so you asked about the ZigBee and how it connects to laptop. So ZigBee is a connection on its own, just like Wi-Fi, infrared, and Bluetooth. Okay, so what ZigBee has done too now, because you understand that ZigBee is relatively new, and most devices don't come with ZigBee connectivity, just like your Bluetooth in your laptop and Bluetooth in your phone. So the Zigbee gateway can connect to an existing wireless network, whereby the gateway connects the lock together. Why your lock, the gateway connects the locks together. Why a gateway can be connected to a system using Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Do you understand? So the gateway becomes a gateway for several locks. Let's say you have 10 locks or 20 locks connected to a single gateway. Then a single gateway is connected wirelessly to your computer.
All right.
So gateway, DB gateway uses Zigbee to connect to lock, but it uses Wi-Fi connectivity to connect to your system. Then you can manage it wirelessly. That is why we are saying it's wireless hotel lock. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Would that be all?
Check. Yeah, that would be awesome.
Okay.
All right, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Chinedu. The next person, please. Let's look at Nzie Nana. So, Mr. Nzie Nana, you have the floor. So, Mr. Nzie Nana, you have the floor, please.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you clearly, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
I just want to thank you for the presentation. I actually live in Liberia.
Oh,
and I do,
in Liberia?
Yes.
Oh,
and the government of Liberia said everybody should take security as a priority.
Very good. Very good.
Cameras, biometric door locks, a lot of stuff.
Oh,
and
good.
Also, I've been to Gambia, I've been to Sierra Leone. There's a need for your innovative products. I've been going through your product with one of your staffs there, Kelechi.
Oh, great.
So
that's fine.
You people need to have a huge presence, especially here in
Liberia. Okay, that's fine. We'll work around that. And sincerely, that's one of our plans. We want to strengthen our hold across West Africa, even across Africa, such that at least we'll be able to. When are you
going to have presence in Liberia?
Definitely, yes, sir. Definitely, yes. We will engage you further on this, and we'll see how best we can actually collaborate to achieve this together.
That would be great. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. God bless you. Okay, so the next person is Yusuf now. Okay. All right, so Mr. Yusuf, you have the floor.
Hello?
Yeah, Mr. Yusuf. Good day.
Okay. Good afternoon. First of all, let me appreciate the presentation. It's actually very, very informative and we actually beat it up. But my question is about the wireless HMS. Most of the time, clients do talk about the difficulties in transfer of cash to their client anytime anyone is coming in, to the visitors that comes to the hotel. So most times in this time of coronavirus, it's another opportunity to actually look for the alternatives. But my challenge is how seamless is the usage of these wireless HMS with a phone? Is it that whatever it is at the desk is required to send a particular app to the person's phone now to be able to access the door, or what is the mode of operation in that respect to actually determine how seamless it's going to be? Because I'm thinking, maybe I don't know if I get that right though, but I'm having issues with how seamless it's going to be, because if you have to give cards before and now you have to transfer.
Okay, that is clear. Yeah, it's seamless. My colleague.
How seamless? That is actually what my question is. Thank you.
Okay, then, no problem. Hold on, my colleague Josh will put an answer to that. Hold on, please. Josh.
Okay, Yusuf, good day. Okay, so about the question you asked, can you hear me, Yusuf? So about the question,
yes,
can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so about the question you ask, you get a URL sent to you via SMS that is automated, just the same way you get an OTP when you're trying to do an online payment from your bank. So every time a guest registers, note, for you to be able to use the service, you have to integrate your booking system. So ZK Biosecurity takes care of that. Your wireless hotel lock is integrated to ZK Biosecurity, and you have a portal that guest signs in, or if you are using your website alongside it. If not, you can use the SMS. The minute you book for a hotel, you book the hotel, you get your reservation, and you've paid, depending on how the system is configured, you automatically get an SMS with a URL code sent to you, SMS or email sent to you having a URL code. When you go to that URL code, you just get like a web-based platform that you can use to click open, unlock your door. You need an internet, and you click that link and it opens the door. You don't need to download any app. It's web-based. You just need internet and the URL set. You click on that link and you unlock your door from your phone. Is that clear, sir?
Yes, I clear. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. So in that case,
would that be your please?
You say you don't need an app. At the same time, it's just a case of sending a URL. But I think that you make a highlight of motels. You know, there are instances where someone just walked into the hotel where there is no an initial booking before. How does it apply in that case?
Okay, so in that case, your front office person, when she's checking in the guest that walks in, there is a feature where you can activate a code for phone. So the minute your check-in is done, instead of giving you a key, you are sent a code. So your key goes to your phone, just as SMS, check-in, welcome sir, welcome to the Josh Akbobeta Hotel, whatever. Please, which room do you want to book? I want suite. I've made my payment, and please sir, check your phone for your access code. The front office person takes care of that, and you get your code sent to you.
Okay, that's the online mobile key that I mentioned earlier.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank
so you can integrate it for those who already have a website, or the front office person can take care of it for those who are doing on-premise check-in. So when they are checking you in, they send your code. When the check-in is done, and when you're completing the damn part, you will get your code sent to your phone.
Okay.
Using the number provided.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Josh. So the next person is Mr. Kingsley Ogu. Mr. Kingsley Ogu, you are allowed to talk now. So Mr. Kingsley Ogu, please. Let's hear you out. Hello, Mr. Kingsley.
Mr. Kingsley, can you hear us, please?
Hello, Mr. Kingsley. Okay.
Okay, so now, since Mr. Kingsley, we're not getting it from Mr. Kingsley, there is Jude there. Ovaga Jude, please. Ovaga Jude, please. What's your question, please?
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Jude.
Yeah, I want to really appreciate you guys for this training. It's very, very impactful. I'm based in Abuja. Based in Abuja, and it's a solution that I believe I will fare well in Abuja here. But my question is in regards for the ZigBee network, because I want to know the range, the coverage it can cover, so that if I'm in a particular hotel or a particular place, I'll be able to at least be able to generate how many control panel I'm going to have to generate my bill of material and all those things.
Okay, so a typical ZigBee gateway transmits a range of 100 meters max.
Okay.
So if you have your hotel room spanning 100 meters, you can connect doors within that 100 meters to a lock, gateway rather.
Okay. And hopefully, assuming it's a hotel of maybe just one floor, and possibly I want to connect the down room with the up room. The ZigBee can still do that.
If it's within the range, yes. Considering the interruption and walls or that, as long as it's just the down floor, it can be. But for easy operability, it's best to connect down floor to a different gateway and up floor to a different gateway. But if you say, okay, because your hotel room has just, let's say, 20 doors, you want to connect everything to one, it can also be achieved, as long as within the 100-meter radius.
Okay. Then I'm going to do you guys email as regards the quote.
It's fine, sir. We're respecting it.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thanks so much, sir. Mr. Gregory Onu, you have the floor, please. Kindly unmute and ask your question.
All right, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Gregory.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. George, for this wonderful and insightful training. I really appreciate this. And we have been working on hotel management solutions, which from what you read, from what you told us here, I think it will fly very, very well by the special grace of God. But I wanted to add a little question to the last question that was asked. What's the maximum number of doors that can be connected to a wireless panel that is locked?
Okay, so I mentioned the maximum number of doors to a gateway is 10.
Okay.
And you can also slave a gateway to a gateway, so you increase the number of lock connected to a gateway. You understand?
I didn't get that.
Okay, so this is how it works. You can slave a gateway to a gateway.
Okay.
So every gateway, every lock that is tied to a gateway becomes slave to the master gateway.
Okay.
But on average, the maximum gateway lock a gateway can take is 10. And you can have up to 8,000 doors on a multi-server, that's ZKTeco security server, and 2,000 doors for a single server.
Okay, which is quite large. That's very okay. Okay, then my next question is then the costs. is it a one-off payment or a yearly renewal payment for the software? So that when you are when you are sending your costs to your clients, you will exactly know what you are going to pay to tell them. And if possible, is the cost what is related? It can be discussed here or through a private chat.
Okay, we'll private chat you for that, sir.
Okay.
We would like to do business with you, so we'd like to private chat with you. Because we understand the different business need. So anybody that has that same question in view of pricing discussion, and you can private chat us. Yeah, so let's not expose too much to other people that might not be really interested in that.
Business.
No problem.
All right.
Would that be all, Mr. Gregory?
I learned that this is being recorded. If possibly you can send the recorded this in to us as well, maybe through private chat on a request, so that I'll be able to go through it again. Because sometimes during a training like this, you may miss something and would want to get back to it. I don't know if it can be possible.
It's very possible, sir. Very
possible.
Okay.
Then I'll make that request.
No problem, sir. You get it.
All right. Thank you so much, Josh.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Shegun Adegelu, please. Allow me, please.
Hello.
Yes, sir, we are with you, sir.
Yeah, I joined a bit late, and unfortunately that I've missed out on a lot of things. So my request is to see how I can get a link to the recorded version, and thereafter I can actually
Sir, if I get you correctly, you're asking if you can get the
link to the recorded version.
Okay, sir, you get it.
Late. You have actually finished the presentation before I joined. So I just came in.
Oh, I get. My apologies. You get the link to the recorded session, sir.
Oh, okay. To me or
you get a link. You get a link to the recorded session where you can download.
Okay.
Would that be all, please? Okay, Mr. Kingsley, since your hand is up and you're not asking, let's give you an opportunity to ask your question, please. Mr. Kingsley Ogu, since we're rounding up. Okay, Mr. Kingsley, we are not getting a question from you. So we want to thank everybody that tied in on this session. We really appreciate you a whole lot. On this note, we're rounding up now. From us at ZKTeco, we want to say a big thank you to everybody that was able to avail themselves to be present for this session. We appreciate you and we wish to do business with you. From us at ZKTeco, thanks so much. And please don't forget to reach out to us on our platform that has been shared. Don't forget to subscribe to our social media network on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. On our platform, you get different resourceful materials. And this training session, recorded version, can also be found from on our channel. And also, you can reach us via email that has been shared on the chat. That's sales@zkteco.com. Thank you very much. From me, Josh Apoveta, is thank you and have a great day.
Okay, thank you all. So that will be all for now today. And we'll say bye for now till we meet again next week. And just as Josh has rightly said, this webinar session will be available on our YouTube channel. And then very soon on our website, we'll have a tool on the website where it's going to be the knowledge bank. So on the knowledge bank, you'll see different webinar sessions that have actually been taken that you can actually revisit. Thank you and bye for now. Remain blessed. Bye.